Right, we're on.
We're on.
Welcome to the Cars and Cuppas podcast, everybody. Joining me with Reece.
Yeah.
Reece, how are you today?
Here we are. Very good. We're actually been to Castle Coombe today, which was...
We've had an awesome day at Castle Cuppas,
Yeah.
haven't we?
It was awesome.
It's now 7 o'clock. We started the day about 7 o'clock. We're still not finished the day.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day. We're wearing a little bit of thin. We've just had another tea break.
Yeah.
But we're ready to do the first episode of the Cars and Cuppas podcast, which I'm actually really looking forward to doing.
Well, quick question, Talasi. How many cups of teas have you had today?
How many cups of tea have I had today, Reece?
Oh, it must be about 5 or 6.
So I had 2 this morning before I seen you. Well,
Yeah.
1 this morning. I brought 1 in the van to come and pick you up.
Yeah.
We got to Castle Coombe. I think I had 1 straight
One
away.
straight away.
And then we stopped for breakfast.
Did you have one with your breakfast?
Yeah, I had 1 with breakfast. It's a nice tea, to be fair.
And then I think you had like 2 more after that.
Yeah, 2 more. It started to rain, didn't it? And
Yeah.
it started having some crashes, so I thought I need a little tea break.
Yeah.
Anyone that knows me will know that I'm just absolutely obsessed with cups of tea. I can't get through the day without having many cups of teas.
No.
What's your favourite cuppa? Is it tea or coffee?
Oh, I don't like coffee.
Do you
I'm
not like
not really a
coffee?
coffee person. I quite like a hot chocolate or a cup of tea. Cup of tea, 1
Yeah.
sugar.
It's funny. So Felix, Capture Cars. So let's talk about Capture Cars quick before I go on to his little tea chat. He's supposed to be helping out with the podcast, doing some of the production. Hence why the visuals are as best as we possibly can for amateurs. He's going to be jumping in a few episodes. He's currently living at large in America at the minute.
Yeah, seems like he's having more fun than we are.
Yeah, he's
The
having more
rain
fun than
here.
we are. Yeah, hopefully brings the weather back. Felix, I've never known someone to be on holiday so much.
Oh, really?
He spends more time out the country than he does in the country. I reckon he's the type of person who's got a globe at home and everything's just ticked off.
He's got a little pin.
Yeah,
He puts
everything's
it-
just ticked off. There's
yeah.
nothing left.
Or like maybe like a big map.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
I
yeah.
reckon he looks at it and goes, there's not really much else I
Where
can
shall
do
we go
there.
now? Or maybe he has a dart and he throws it at the board and
He
goes,
goes, I'm going to go there
There,
next.
yeah.
Where shall I go tomorrow?
that's a good idea.
Yeah. He definitely does it as well because he's got the money to do that, the rich man.
He's balling.
He is balling. He's in the camera, audio, well, production, isn't he? So he's in
Yeah.
that world.
That's
But going
it.
back to him, he doesn't drink any hot drinks at all. He only drinks, well, he occasionally drinks a hot chocolate.
Oh,
But you've
really?
really got to force him to have a hot chocolate.
Oh,
So, yeah.
interesting.
But let's get back to the car chat.
Yeah.
So,
Enough for Felix.
so let's talk about why I started the Cars and Cuppas podcast, shall we?
Should we say, why did you start Cars and Cuppas? Let's just start there.
Or, yeah. It's this. Why did I start Cars and Cuppas? So I was always going to local events like Cars and Coffee inspired meets, and we were going around various different locations and seeing what was going on, getting a bit of an idea. And like as much as there's stuff going on around the Exeter area, there's nothing really going on in Exeter. So I was going to some of the events and sort of thinking, I think these could be run a little bit better, could be a little bit more going on. And sometimes you turn up at some places and you just like, there's not really much to do and there's not really much cars. So I thought about creating an idea. I've obviously got a detailing business, got enough people within that business who've got nice cars, ranging from anything from classic sports performance and everything else in between. I thought, you know what, it'd be a good place to get all these people together, connect.
It's a good place
have a
for a
good thing.
community as well. And
Really good place for community.
being at Greendale Farm Shop, everyone there, whether you're a young child or a mum or a dad or you
Got the whole
enjoy
network.
cars, yeah, anyone
Yeah.
can go there. You got the animals, you got the farm
It's
shop.
amazing. Yeah, because that's what I was sort of thinking. Like, if I was to do this, where am I going to do it? I don't want to do it in Mackie's car park. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause you're not going to get
It's
the
full
right
of courses, isn't it?
Yeah, you're not going to really get the right people. So, obviously, Greendale's not far from where I am. So I
No.
thought, do you know what? I'll see if I can have a conversation with them. I was in there having dinner one evening, and I thought, do you know, whilst I'm there, I'm going to ask them if they want to do anything car related. I knew for a fact last year they used to do something with a classic car club, but they stopped doing it for whatever reason. So I thought, you know, I'll ask them, see if there's anything I can do. And spoke to Tom there. Have you met Tom, haven't you, at Greendale?
Don't
Must
know. I think I've briefly seen him, but I don't think we've had a
Yeah, I
conversation
suppose you're
yet.
relatively new to Cars and Cuppas in the last couple of months, so you
Yeah.
haven't necessarily seen him. But I spoke to Tom there, absolutely good as gold. I literally said to him, thinking of starting a car meet, would you be interested in it? He's like, absolutely, straight away. Showed me around, that was it, deal was done. So 2 weeks later, we've got our first car meet at Greendale Farm Shop.
Just like that.
Did you come to the first one?
I was at the second one, I think. Or
Mate,
might have
it
been
was
at the
absolute
first one.
chaos.
It was one of those two.
It was chaos. It was when we only had the back car park,
Yeah.
and Greendale didn't have Oscars at the time. So anyone who don't know, Oscars is the outside cafe, so they do all the drinks. Mate, it was carnage.
I think I was there. I think
Yeah, it
I
was
remember.
carnage.
Because you had some of the clubs being at the front, didn't you? Where the little green building is. Was
We
it
had-
Hendy or something?
Yeah, we had Hendy, we had the Aston Martin Owners Club,
Yeah.
like to the left, and it was for some reason I thought it'd be a good idea to have the cars facing the other way. So when they drove in, they were like pointing to the back, so the
Yeah.
front end was pointing to the back. And to be honest, for the first car meet, bear in mind we only had 2 weeks' notice. We had like 100 odd cars. I think it's part of the reason I was telling everyone, because I was telling everyone that Nigel Mansell had started this car meet at Greendale Farm
Oh,
Shop.
so you weren't telling people you started it?
No.
Ah.
So I was in a car group with my friends, and I was like, I've heard this car meet's going to be up at Greendale. Nigel Mansell's running it. Because Nigel Mansell, for those that don't know, used to be local.
Yeah.
He used to own the Golf and Country Club, and he's got a local go-karting place. So I was telling people that Nigel Mansell, well, I don't know why I got this idea. I just thought I'd wind people
I think
up.
in case if something happened, if it failed, it's like don't go back on you.
Nigel Mansell gets a phone call saying, what's going on with this car meet at Greendale Farm Shop?
Yeah.
So yeah, we had like 100 odd cars, but it was it wasn't a disaster, but like we didn't have any marshals. Felix was supposed to be doing the media, and he ended up helping me park the cars. I was running around like a headless chicken, but it sort of still seemed to be like a good little vibe. There's a good little community of people, and that's where I thought, bloody hell, they've got all sorts of different people here, and everyone's so well connected. So I thought, obviously Greendale were doing it the first one on a basis of see how well it went, and then work out if they wanted to do it again. And I think they were amazed because obviously they didn't have Oscars, so the cafe was heaving.
Yeah.
The farm shop was busy.
I mean, I've
People
been
were
there a
just
couple of times and trying to get some takeaway during Cars and Cuppas. It's like an hour wait.
It's an hour wait.
Ages,
We should be on priority, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
So we need to speak to Tom and get that sorted out.
Yeah, get something sorted out.
But yeah, like I've seen, obviously you've been to the first or second event and come to the rest. Like it's just sort of grown and grown and grown. So, and that's not anything to do with me. That's just to do with the community of cars and the people that are in the area. Like I'm just running the events. It's the people that are making the events. Do you know what I mean?
That's it. It's the community as well. Like I know a few people that go, "Oh, are you going to Cars and Cuppas?" Or it's like it's getting to the point now where it's kind of a known thing. It's like, it's kind of a monthly thing.
Yeah.
People
know at a certain day or every third Sunday of the month they've got Cars and Cuppas.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it went from every third Sunday of the month, didn't it? It went to every third Sunday of the month to two days a month, and then to a few evening meets a month.
Then, yeah, the evening meets, which were amazing. I liked them a lot.
The evening meets were cool, weren't they?
Yeah, some of them were quite busy as well. I think we had.
When was it? Was it the last one? It was carnage.
Yeah,
there was a
we had
YouTube
one
video.
time
Go
where
check out the last YouTube video. 'Cause it's carnage.
Yeah, you can see on there. You'll see a lot of me on there as well because Talasi kind of just forgot.
Did you watch the video back?
I did. I watched the end bit as well.
Yeah, for those that haven't seen that, make sure you go watch that because that's quite funny.
Oh, just watch the last 10 seconds and you'll see
Yeah.
Talasi just completely ignore me and then say, like, let's order the chips or something.
I was going on about something completely different. That's the problem. It's always so busy.
Yeah.
I end up getting involved in all sorts of different things. It's like 1 minute I'm a marshal, next minute I'm taking payments, next minute I'm sorting out problems, next minute I'm sorting out problems on the gate. Because as much as like that's the thing with this as well. One of the reasons I want to start the podcast and I'm quite transparent about stuff. It's not all sunshine and rainbows, is it?
No, definitely not.
It's
not
not
you
all.
running about
It's
anyways.
not all 100, 200 cars. We're making loads of money and it's all pretty. It's normally 100, 200 cars. We've got people getting annoyed.
People running about.
There's a problem somewhere or someone's done something.
There's always something going on.
There's always something going on. And I think that's the thing sometimes. You always think, oh, it looks really pretty because you see the Ferraris and Lamborghinis on social media.
Yeah.
But you don't realise all the chaos that's been happening behind the scenes.
No, exactly.
And it's always chaos, like, but it's a good kind of chaos, isn't it?
Yeah, it's enjoyable.
Sometimes some occasions you think, oh, I could do without being in this position.
I mean, I wouldn't say anything's been that bad, except from the one incident we had where we had to tell people to not be very careful exiting, being on the gate.
Yeah. And the other thing as well, we're in a gravel car park, and as much as we've got car enthusiasts that know about cars and know to be sensible, sometimes it doesn't like.
There's a few people who don't kind of think
Yeah,
that
it don't
way.
click on to say we're in a gravel car park. Don't be speeding around in a gravel car park. Do you know what I mean?
And try not to flick stones up. Don't be like revving your car and then spinning your tyres.
And it's just a disaster waiting to happen. So we've had, unfortunately, it's not something I wanted to do, but we've had a couple of people who've had to turn around and say, look, you're not welcome back to our meets. And it's just a case of if you've like, whether it's damaged someone's car, just act like an idiot. You can warn someone, and then if they don't get the gist from the first time, you just got to say to them, like, you're old enough to know this is a problem.
Yeah.
You can't come back. Fair enough. In 6 months' time, like I never say never with stuff. In 6 months' time, if they sort of change their ways and like they come back and they sort of make amends, and I know that they've changed, then I'll give them a chance. But you just got to be a little bit careful.
Just some basic ground rules. Don't do any burnouts.
Yeah, no burnouts.
You can have rev a little bit, but no excessive revving.
Yeah.
Don't send it on the way out. And for
Do you know what excessive revving is? Because I'll get battered for
Well,
this. Because I say no excessive revving.
I would say more than like 5 seconds
Yeah.
is excessive revving. If you're giving it like a couple blips just to get the good sound, fair enough. If you're sat there banging it off a limiter,
Yeah,
like,
that's different. That's excessive. Yeah, because I also get people come to me say, "You've got a sign there, it's excessive revving, mate. It's excessive revving." Like, I say, no, it's not quite excessive.
Yeah, it's.
And they go, "Well, defining excessive." No, because they come to me and say no revving. I say no excessive revving,
Yeah,
and they say define excessive.
there's no kind of fine line.
No. But I think you just know, don't you? At the end of the day, we're at a farm shop. We haven't. It's not just a Cars and Cuppas night where it's only Cars and Cuppas people coming up. It's not just car enthusiasts. We've got
just normal people.
All sorts of people, all families, and all that sort of stuff. So, and there's animals there.
Yeah.
We can't be acting like idiots as much as some people do and want to. We can't be acting like idiots. I think 99% of the people get the gist that there's a time and a place.
Yeah.
And if you want to do that, maybe go down McDonald's and do that.
Get out McDonald's, yeah.
Yeah.
Or just go down some back roads or
just
else.
do that. Just not at a local farm shop. But I have to say, going back to the farm shop thing, Greendale have been absolutely amazing with it all, haven't they? Really?
Yeah, I mean, I've not had any problems that I've noticed.
Like, yeah, they've been amazing.
Every time they've always been welcoming.
And staff are sound. The staff are always really good.
Yeah, you see some of the staff sometimes. Sometimes they'll pop around as well, have a little look, see what's going on.
Have a look. They're honestly really good. Like the owners of Greendale have been sound. Tom's been amazing. So I've had a really good experience with Greendale so far. So
make sure you go check them out on Instagram as well.
Yeah, they do some good stuff on socials, don't they?
Yeah,
they are
on it.
Yeah, they are on it. I love their marketing.
They've also got the King's Arm in Otterton,
which we're at tomorrow for our first Breakfast Club meet. So hopefully that's not a complete disaster. I'm hoping it's not really quiet when there's only like two of us.
I don't think it's going to be really quiet.
But then I don't want to go there and it's be like
carnage.
A Cars and Cuppas morning meet where we've got 100 cars walking up and I should have charged £5 for a ticket.
So he's just trying to rinse the money. That's all.
Yeah,
he's making profit.
That's what everyone thinks.
Yeah, how do you think he gets all these cars?
Yeah, they're all my cars in the car park. They're not actually customers' cars.
No,
they're all in my name. Should we talk a little bit about that? Because we had a question come in, didn't we? About
there was a question. So Talasi put a poll on Instagram asking for some questions for this podcast. So we're going to read a couple of them out.
Yeah, read a couple of them out.
And I think the first one was, how much are you making off Cars and Cuppas?
Yeah, so how much do you earn from Cars and Cuppas or something like that? I think problem is, and I've had conversations with you about this, and I'm quite, like I said, quite transparent with people about everything. I try to be quite honest about stuff. People expect me to be making an absolute fortune from it.
You're raking it in.
I'm raking it in. And because they think, you're charging, it was £3 a ticket. We put up to £5 just because what people don't realise is off that £5, you've got 20% tax, you've got 6 to 8% fees off the website. You've got all these occurring costs that all add up. If you're charging £3, you're left with nothing at the end of it. And you think, Jesus Christ. So I've put it up to a £5 because we had it at a £5 on the gate. So it's just £5 for any ticket now. And they see, you've got 200-300 cars rocking up at a £5 a time. You're making some good money. What they don't realise is them 200-300 cars, there might be 50 cars out of that are actually free because they're traders.
Yeah.
So we've just let them in for free, or they're like, I don't know, some of the marshals or something like that. Might be some reason why there's 50 people there for free. So you end then down to 200 cars that are paying. But then out of that, I don't pay the marshals. So the marshals are volunteers, but then they get paid with food and events and anything like that.
And doing other things.
Yeah, so I just think that works out a bit better for me for sure, because I don't have the expense of paying them to be employed or anything like that. Then you've even got more cost coming out of it. Then there's no point in doing it at all.
Well, that's going to cost. We think any other car meet, if you went to not necessarily a local, like a big event, stuff like that, you're going to be paying £20 a ticket, if not more. So I think £5 fair.
Yeah, £5 fair enough. Exactly. So there's different costs involved. You think every event we've got to have a flyer designed, a flyer printed out to about 500 to 1,000 flyers, which is £100. Say it's £100. So that's £100 gone already.
Yeah.
On top of your 20% tax, your 6 to 8% fees, and all that sort of stuff. And then you've got other time on the website management, getting someone to manage and maintain the website all the time, and all these different things that come into it.
And
you think I'm left out of it, and you think, bloody hell, I really enjoy doing it, which is why I'm still doing it. But you're not making a fortune out of it.
No, but you're also paying your time is worth money as well.
Exactly.
So you might be say you're making £1,000. That time,
how many hours gone into that?
How many hours you've worked? All the things you don't see, all this like Instagram.
Even
just replying to the comments, replying to things like that. You don't see that
because you think like we were talking about the Instagram earlier. Because I send you because I've started doing like different layouts of the photos and all that sort of stuff. You think one of them posts on Instagram could take you an hour?
Yeah.
To put up some text and stuff, because you're always constantly changing it. And I look back at it tomorrow and I think actually I want that to be a bit different. Then 2 hours has gone into your day where you've created 4 photos for one Instagram post.
Yeah, which it all adds up. So it might not be monetary things.
Yeah,
it's your time, which
exactly. Yeah,
time
I worked
money.
out the other day. So to be a bit transparent, it's so far. And bearing in mind, I've got to be a little bit careful what I say now because I don't want the tax man onto me.
No.
But so say through the books.
So Talasi doesn't earn more than £10,000 a year.
Yeah. So say through the books, it's cost me £7,000 so far.
Yeah.
for Cars and Cuppas. That's how much I've had to pay out for various different things. Cost me £7,000 in the space of basically May to October.
About 6 months.
Yeah,
give or take.
Just cost me £1,000 a month. Say
Yeah,
through the books. That's all I'll say.
through the books.
Yeah. So we won't go on to that anymore. But yeah, basically, there's obviously any business that you start up, you're going to be spending out money to begin with.
Yeah.
You're not going to be making money. Hopefully, long term, I'll make some money out of it. Hopefully, we'll get some sponsors involved where they can pay a little bit and it'll make the events a little bit better. Because there's certain things that I want that we haven't necessarily got at the minute. Signage, all that sort of stuff, decent trade setup.
Yeah.
But you're talking a few £1,000s setup. It's not cheap.
No, exactly. And well, if you are listening and you do have a trade or anything that you want to bring over,
car-related business or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Anything that you can promote to that target audience is kind of the perfect place to bring it.
Yeah, because what sort of businesses have we had down so far?
Well, we've had Clarify Detailing.
Yeah, local detailing. Yeah,
doing detailing products. We've had Hendy Performance.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a few others.
We've had Hell Performance. We've seen today at Castle Coombe.
Yep, so Hell Performance.
I think we've got quite a few businesses involved. We've had Static Youth. We've done the little model, not model cars, but the what do you call them? The kids cars, the life-size kids cars. I don't know what the term you would call them, but I feel bad now. Yeah,
kids cars.
Yeah, Static Youth basically build these generic kids life-size cars. I suppose. Get us all wrong, but they've done stuff like DMO and that. So they've been down. We've had the local charity who brought Lightning McQueen down.
Yeah.
Which was an absolute nightmare for another reason, but we won't go into that. But we've worked alongside a few businesses, but it'd be nice to work with, like, going forward for 2024, is to work with like a select amount of businesses who we could look at doing some sort of sponsorship for Cars and Cuppas, where we're getting something out of it, they're getting something out of it, and then it sort of works for us both. So they can come down to our events, like you said, in front of the perfect target audience, for one, because we get a lot of people down.
Yeah, exactly. And you think, especially if you've got a product that's kind of open to everyone, you've got families there as well.
Yeah.
So even if it's something that's for children, I mean, kind of car related, we don't want someone going down with kids' toys.
Yeah.
But anything really. I mean,
anything sort of related to our sort of network of people where you think you can get something out of. I think it'd be cool to have some more stuff like that down. Did I go off on a bit of a tangent? I'll do that sometimes.
That's it. It's about talking. That's what this podcast is about. Talking.
But yeah, if anyone wants to get involved with sponsorship, feel free to come my way because we need something for 2024. Really.
Yeah, make sure Cars and Cuppas on Instagram. Send a message.
Yeah,
put it on there.
Please do. I think also it'd be cool to have a little sponsor for the podcast.
Yeah, you could always just.
Depends if we've got any listeners. We might have just one person. It'd be Tom at Greendale listening. That'll be it.
Yeah, we have no one listening to this. Yeah. So that's fine.
It would be listened to it in our car on the way to work on Monday morning.
Yeah, but I'm your only listener.
Yeah. Cheers for that. What other questions have we had, Reece? Actually, before we keep going on about me, let's find out a little bit more about you.
A little bit more
about me. We're talking a little bit about me and Cars and Cuppas. So, first of all, Reece, who are you?
Well, I'm Reece. I drive a 1998 Mazda MX-5.
Can I stop you there quick? You sometimes drive.
I sometimes drive, because at the moment it's broken. I've had some problems with overcharging, and I've recently turbocharged it. So I've made it a lot faster. It was about 130 horsepower. It's now about 220. So it's almost twice as quick. For a car that weighs nothing, it's mental. I also drift the car, which is great fun. I mean, if you haven't tried drifting before, definitely do it.
Yeah.
Talasi had his first time with Rob, which there is a YouTube video which you can watch.
Yeah, make sure you go click that somewhere.
Yeah, go check that. That'll be up on the YouTube.
So you come with that to help film and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Went up there.
Didn't get a chance to be in it, which unfortunately because we had some car
unfortunately
issues.
There was a problem with Rob's car, which if you watch the video, you'll see what happens.
Yeah. Is that common with drift cars?
Yeah. Well, you think you're abusing the engine for the whole day and bashing it off the limiter and hitting some trees and bushes.
I love an experience. I can see why you like drifting.
Yeah, exactly. It's great fun. And like the track as well. Like today at Castle Coombe, which we'll talk about later. And like taking it on the track and just enjoying the car in a safe place rather than out on the streets.
Yeah, it was amazing.
So instead of sending it out...
Let's look at that camera then, make sure it's still filming.
Instead of sending it out of Greendale, then...
Yeah, you can actually do it in a safe environment. I think that's what these sort of places, there's more places trying to promote that sort of message, isn't there? Do it safely on a track rather than doing it in your Mackey's car park.
Well, it's a shame there's not many places around here. Like, we've got a few in our local area. There's maybe 2 or 3.
What have we got? Smith Up.
We've got Smith Up, which is Dakota, Drag and Drift. You've got Perranporth, which is down in Cornwall. There's Zoyland.
Yeah, which we went up to.
Yeah. You've got Castle Coombe, which is a track rather than drifting.
What's the perfect surface to be drifting on? Because I know, like...
You want a smooth surface.
Yeah, because Smith Up and that, it's not...
It's quite
bumpy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not
What
great.
would you describe that surface? I don't
You can't
know.
be too fussy when you've not got many options. You got
true.
Yeah, you live what you got.
But say if you were creating your dream drift, not track,
want
would you call it a track?
tarmac.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
It's
want
a bit like
a
Cars
road.
Cuppas today.
Yeah, like
It's
Cars
just
Cuppas, nice and smooth. That's what you want, because otherwise you'll shred through tyres quicker as well. Up at Smearfart, you're ripping through them.
Yeah, that's true.
When I went up there, somehow I only went through 4 tyres, which is quite incredible, because all my friends were going through about 8 to 10 tyres.
Because your car was broke most of the time. You
Yeah,
wasn't using
that's
it.
Yeah, well, we'll get back to that. So basically, it was overcharging. I put a new alternator in, which we believed was the issue. Didn't fix it. So I thought, oh, okay. So I contacted the person who tuned my car, which is Foji Racework. So you can check them out on Instagram. He's been absolutely spot on, always helped me. He did a massive job. He fitted it all in for me. Which
Is he paying you to say this?
No, he's not. But I was only meant to have a 4-hour tuning job with him, and it ended up being the car was staying there for a week, and he spent about 13, 14 hours on it. So he managed to fit me into a really busy week. So I appreciate that.
Fair play to him.
So do go check him out. He does post some stuff on Instagram as well, which is quite funny to watch. So
Is it?
Go have a little look.
Is he a bit like Asbury Motorworks?
Yeah, he's a little bit
Similar,
like that. Yeah, he posts little bits and bobs. So now I've sent my ECU down to him, which he had to repin, and he kind of had to bypass it to not overcharge. So it is running, although it's been off the road for a week and it's got a flat tyre. So I'll be fixing that next week. So we'll be back on the road and driving. But I've also now bought a little Renault Clio, 1.2 Clio.
Which we're already talking about making into a little track car.
It won't be a track car. We've already got a drift car. That cost me enough money, not making a track car out of that. But it does the job, gets me A to B, so can't really complain.
Yeah, it's been unfortunate, because you've been desperate to get that car, the Mazda back up and running.
Yeah.
Had a couple of issues, but hopefully, fingers crossed.
It's just teething issues,
yeah.
And then it'll run smooth sailing. Let's just hope.
He says.
He says.
You took me out in that car. It was on private roads, sort of.
Yeah,
private roads to someone.
Land.
Yeah, someone owned that land. I don't know who. And yeah, no, that was a good little experience.
Yeah, it spins really well. I mean, especially when you got the turbo on it as well.
It was a little bit wet outside, wasn't it? So
yeah, so you'd hardly have to give it any throttle, and the back end just.
I was worried though, wasn't I? Because it didn't feel safe. To be honest.
Problem with the car is, if you've been in an MX-5 before, you'll know what it feels like. They're so small, they're so low to the ground. You drive next to a lorry, and you feel like you're gonna get crushed.
Yeah. You got my daily's a van.
Yeah.
I'm used to being high up.
See, I'm the complete opposite.
I was looking down at people like you, and in that I was looking up. I was thinking, jeez.
I get in a bigger car, so I used to work at BMW, and I'd get in the big cars there, and I'd hate it because it's just such a big difference.
Yeah, it's a huge difference. It takes you a long time to get used to, I think.
Yeah, exactly. And
I think that's why I was worried in your car. I think, bloody hell, if someone crashed into us, we had brown bread.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah,
you might not come out as smooth sailing as.
Well, you might. No, I was probably all right. I at least had
you'd be all right. You got the airbag.
Yeah, we won't talk about that anymore.
Well, talking about crashing, let's talk about an accident that I've had before.
Yeah.
So some of you might know, April, beginning of this year, I had an accident. Wasn't my fault. Let's just say that first, because I'm not a bad driver. It wasn't my fault. She admitted fault completely.
There is a video, to be fair.
There is a video to prove it wasn't my fault.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I got it, otherwise people wouldn't believe me.
I definitely wouldn't believe you.
But basically, I was just driving straight down this road. Woman was on the other side, and she literally just drove in front of me. Like, there's nothing I could do. She drove, just cut into my side of the road, and I just went head on inside of in
It was a
front of
bad
her.
crash, that was.
Yeah, exactly. It was quite a bad crash.
When you watch the video, you watch it and you go, how did she not see you?
I was in a bright orange 1 Series as well.
Yeah, I mean, you ain't missing that at all.
I reckon
you can tell me the sun was in your eyes and all sorts, but
there's no excuse. You can't miss a bright orange car.
No.
Especially on a 30-mile-an-hour road.
Especially when you were going 60 miles an hour.
Oh yeah. Doing the speed limit. I'm not like
you was doing the speed limit, to be fair.
Exactly. It's all on dash cam. I've got proof. Which, if I didn't have that, I reckon she probably could have got away with telling a fib and saying that I hit her or making something up.
Yeah, that's where it gets messy, innit?
But
I think I highly recommend a dash cam.
Yeah.
Was it on a dash cam or GoPro?
It was on a dash cam. Luckily, some people pulled over, and they were all helpful.
So you had witnesses and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And the first thing, when it happened, first thing I did was check my passenger was all right. She was okay. And then I made sure the other person, the other car was okay, because I was fine. I just braced onto the steering wheel and just held on for dear life. All the airbags deployed. The curtain airbag, steering wheel, and the dash airbag.
A little tip that I learned off a video, just going back to that. You should always take your hands off the steering wheel when you know you're about to crash.
That because if the steering wheel can like smash to the side, if your wheels bend in or something, it can like break your hand.
Yeah, you break your wrist or something. Yeah. I learned that from Misha, watching a Misha.
Yeah, I think I watched that as well. Because
so next time you crash into someone,
let go.
Yeah.
Well, you want to try and control it if you can, but
Yeah, I think it's literally just the moment before you know you're about to.
When you're about to just bash into a wall.
I think it's more if you're going on a track and you know you're about to go into a wall or something.
I think on track it's a bit different.
But it's always good in the moment. Like you can say that now. In the moment, you're gonna be flapping.
Well, it's weird because in the moment you've got that kind of 2 seconds where you see it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You try and do something. Like I literally tried to steer left, which you can see in the video. I tried to steer left, but there was a car on my left because it was at a junction, and she was cutting across my lane to go that way. And if I went left, I would have went into one car.
Yeah.
I tried to brake.
So
there was nothing I could do. It was disaster either way. But yeah, I think
we'll have to go. We'll put that video link down below, shall we? So people can see the.
Well, you can put this video on there because on people who are watching the actual videos.
Oh yes, we've got.
Yeah,
true. They can see it.
They can see it.
Or
if you're an audio listener, you might have a bit of a problem.
Yeah, you're gonna have to head over to YouTube to check that out.
Yeah,
or I'll leave your Instagram in the description. If you
head over to my Instagram, which is Reece Payne with a Z. So it's REECE.
What's the Z? What is the Z about?
The reason the Z's there is because I had an account before which didn't have the Z, and that's got the Instagram handle.
Oh yeah, you followed yourself on my account, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. On your old account that you don't use.
Yeah. So on my car, I've got if you've heard of it before, it's an NFC tag. So you can put your phone up to it like.
NPC tags.
Yeah. So you put your phone up to it like this, and what it will do is it will just bring a link up on your phone and go straight to it. So I just did that and followed myself. And Talasi thought I just sent myself 50 quid.
Yeah.
Should have done that. He's raking.
There would have been no money on there. Yeah. There would have been no money on there, mate.
Well, it doesn't sound like it.
Not with all these cars that turn up. Do you know what I mean?
No, exactly. Well, what other questions have we got? Because there's a little bit about me.
Yeah. Go back to we had one really good question, to be fair. Actually, should we start off with some basic, typical petrolhead car enthusiast questions?
Yeah, let's do it.
So, the most basic petrolhead question: what's your dream car?
What's my dream car?
And why?
See, it's quite a hard question to answer because you could say something like
you might have one in each category, or
exactly like a GT3 RS. Yeah, it's kind of everyone wants one, but it's
all right. Was there a car when you were a kid, like the old? I know posters on the wall probably wasn't a thing for you. That's probably a bit after your time. There's more computers and stuff. A photo on your computer wallpaper.
See, I did actually have a photo of a 350Z. But I've
really?
already completed that goal. I bought a 350Z when I was 18. I kept it for 4 months and then sold it. So I completed that goal. But that was kind of more.
Quite cool, actually.
That was more of an attainable dream car because it was.
How old were you when you wanted that car?
I think I was 12, 13-ish, which is like. Well, it's not bad. 5-6 years later, I bought it.
It's not bad, is it?
A year after driving.
What was about 350Z that you liked?
I don't know. It's like the shape of it and the V6, and it just sounds quite nice. Like I would have kept the car.
Was you not exposed to any car as a kid or something?
Sorry?
Was you not exposed to any other cars as a kid?
Exposed to any car? See, not really. I mean, my dad always loved a GTR, so a GTR it was up there as well. I think that's definitely a car I want to tick off my list at some point.
Yeah, I'd quite like to sort of, tick that off my list as well.
I think it's one of those cars that you kind of want to try.
You lose your licence in, come back after 2 years, and then get something a bit more sensible.
Yeah, exactly. Get a Renault Clio.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you're talking like a supercar or something, I think it'd have to be a Lamborghini of some sort. Whether it's, I think an Aventador. Actually, an Aventador. There's a picture of me when I was.
We've got to find this photo somewhere.
I've got the photos. 11,
right,
about 12 years old in London, and there's a picture of me outside of this I think it's matte grey Aventador. Well, it might be gloss.
You told me earlier that when you ever go to London, you don't see any nice cars, so you did.
This was 7-8 years ago. It's a while ago.
Yeah, you're a baby, remember? How old are you? 18,
yeah, well, I'm 19.
19.
Not that young. I mean, fairly young.
Yeah, quite young, to be fair. I've got to be a little bit careful.
Yeah. But, yeah, I'd say that's my dream attainable car, which I kind of got, which is the 350Z. And then, yeah, I'd say a Lamborghini Aventador.
So now it would be a Lamborghini Aventador?
I think so, yeah. There's just too many options. But
yeah, that's
I've got another question I'll ask you in a minute, but what's your dream car? Just the one.
So, my dream car, I think everyone who knows me will know this, Range Rover Sport SVR.
It's got to be. You love a Range Rover.
I do love a Range Rover, but it's got to be a Sport SVR.
How many Range Rovers have we got in this room?
So we've got, how many up there? So we've got 4 model cars up there to your right, and a sign saying Range Rover parking only, even though I don't own a Range Rover.
And that's 5.
And then we've got the Range Rover on the wall.
There's also
a
picture there.
There's a picture there.
6.
Got
3 up there. There's
and then a photo there.
Room.
Yeah.
And then downstairs there's another one.
Yeah, downstairs there's another one, to be fair.
Yeah, I can tell.
And there's a cup up there with a Range Rover Sport on it.
There we go. I think we've
So Range Rover
Got the
Sport
answer.
SVR. Only because I've always been a Range Rover fan. Like, always been
What's
a
the
Range Rover
reason
fan.
behind that? What attracts you to a Range Rover?
So I don't know what it is. It's just like a bit baller. And you know when you're a kid, you see a blacked out Range Rover and you think, God, he's a bit of a gangster. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though I'm not anywhere near a gangster. I don't think I'm a gangster. I just look at that
Gangster
car and think
Talasi.
that's a bit of a baller. And when I was a kid, I've always liked the Range Rover. And then when I was in college, I met a friend there called Lawrence. Typical posh name, Lawrence. And I always used to say, we used to see a Range Rover. I was like, oh, look at a Range Rover, like white with black wheels. It used to be white with black wheels. That used to be a vibe back then. Like black wheels, white, with all the black details, or all blacked out.
Yeah.
And I used to, point this out. And he said to me one day, he goes, oh, my dad's just got an order. It's like 2015 it would have been. So my dad's got an order for this new Range Rover.
Oh.
And I thought, right, yeah. So we went on the computer at college. And he showed me this video, and it was the Range Rover Sport SVR launch. It was this Estoril blue Range Rover Sport SVR, and it was like pitted in some racetrack somewhere. And it was like flying around the track. And he showed me another video of it going up like some. What's the step? I'm going to get this completely wrong now because I'm not that good with stuff like this. But there's some steps in China or something like that, isn't there? Should I know this?
Pass.
It was flying up these steps, and I thought, and this car sounded nuts. It's got
Driving up steps.
Yeah, driving up the steps. 5-litre V8, and it was in orange. This one was in orange. So I seen the first video. It was blue, and it was going around this track, and I thought, bloody hell, the interior was like white and black.
Yeah.
It was just really nice blue, and I thought, this car is amazing. I didn't know you can get a Range Rover that does that. And then I seen this video of it tanking up these. I'm going to get roasted in the comments because this is quite a famous place, in China or Chile. It could be Chile, I don't know. Oh. And I remember seeing it. I thought I just fell in love straight away. And then his dad got it, and he sending me stuff on Snapchat. Because you used Snapchat back in the day. You probably still use Snapchat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yes, used to use Snapchat back in the day. He sent me like videos, and mate, I was blown away. And ever since that day, absolutely loved the Range Rover.
I must agree.
SVR.
They sound insane.
Oh,
the
so
SVR,
I'm glad that you
lovely.
like it. Yeah, because any time I speak to someone about a Range Rover, they go, breaks down. It's this,
I mean, there is that. Like,
but I always say to these people, like, how many have you actually come across that have broke down? I think the big thing at the minute with them, they're getting stolen. Like,
they're getting stolen like anything, and also they're getting a lot of backlash. Because recently, well, I don't know if it went that recently, but we had that one at our local Jaguar Land Rover where they had all the tyres slashed.
Mate,
they had 100 cars worth of tyres slashed, which is ridiculous.
That's mental, isn't it?
Yeah, and it was because
every tyre on each car. So
don't quote me on this. I think it was because someone was driving one and they hit someone and someone died in it. I think it was.
So do you know what the story was? So I think 3 months ago, maybe a little bit longer, maybe a little bit less. There was an incident at school in London, wasn't there? And a Defender.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone was driving a Defender in a school playground, or one of the mums, and for whatever reason, they drove through the playground and hit a couple of people. And unfortunately, a couple of children died. And I think the activists, or whatever you call them,
that's what it will put backlash on.
I can see why they're upset, but it's nothing to do with the company. It's to do with the driver of the car.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like...
It could happen in any car,
yeah. I mean, look how many BMWs crash. I mean, we start going around to all the BMW dealerships. There'll be no BMW dealerships.
So many Audis crash. Like,
yeah.
There's everything.
So there's nothing to do with Range Rover as a brand. I think they just wanted to try and stop SUVs or...
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it was about.
But the Range Rover himself get a lot of problems for the reliability issues. But then also, I obviously detail cars, so I've got Range Rover customers. I said, have you had any problems with the car? No, never had any problems with it.
No.
You think?
I mean, my dad's got a Range Rover. The only problem...
Your dad's got a Range Rover? Yeah. That's news to me.
He's got a white and black Range Rover Evoque, 2012, I think.
Oh, he's got a hairdresser's car then?
Yeah, basically.
But still, he's got a Range Rover.
Yeah, and...
you kept that quiet, son.
The only issue he's had is a coolant issue, and I think he had a hose had split. But which can happen to any car.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
So it's nothing, like, crazy. But I think
they're getting stolen at the minute.
They're getting stolen a lot.
Insurance apparently is through the roof.
Yeah,
but I don't think down here, but London and that.
So many people are going for alarm systems and immobilizers because you're gonna have to, and especially in London. If you haven't got an immobilizer, your car's getting.
Yeah, maybe that's good little business to get into, like ghosts and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So the first time the other day, actually, I was on a job working, and I've seen this mobile guy fitting a ghost immobilizer to this van. I thought, in all the years I've been doing detail, I've never come across someone that does ghost immobilizer fitting locally.
Really?
Yeah, I've never come across someone doing it.
I can't say I've been in a car that's got like a ghost immobilizer on it.
Mate, I have. So Felix.
I think I'd struggle to turn it on.
Yeah, so Felix has got his M2, very nice M2. I always take the mix, say it's a 2 Series. Felix at Captured Cars, who we keep saying about, it's not here.
Yeah.
Living it large in America. He let me borrow it for the weekend, and he told
Cool,
me.
that's a bad decision, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I
Wouldn't
said
let you
that.
borrow it.
I need to get onto this story with Felix after this. That I have to remember the story because there's something that he keeps going on about that I've got to clear up. But yeah, he said, "Oh, you got to do this X, Y, and Z for this mobile," and I made a mixtape YouTube video out of it, like how to start a ghost. And you basically, I'm not going to reel off his ghost mobilizer because someone's going to go over there now, especially knowing he's in America and go and steal his car. But you got to do like click the start button, do this,
It's like left,
do
right,
that,
A, B,
yeah,
up,
left, right,
down.
A, B, C. And I've done a YouTube video like you got to click the starter button, put the sun visor down, put the sun visor up. You got to put the seat back, put the seat forward.
Like that, though,
but it is
it?
basically things like that.
It's like I don't know. Isn't it like moving your seat back or
it's
something?
good.
It's like random things.
But it must be. I mean, I presume
turn the
not.
volume up, turn the volume
Yeah,
down.
that's basically what it is. But yeah, Felix lent me this car for the weekend, and like I don't know, like 4 weeks later, he noticed some like paintwork issues. But I'd have told him before, like messing about with him when I dropped it back. I said, I've put it in a hedge and all sorts, just winding him up because rear wheel drive. And he knows what I'm like.
Rear wheel drive.
Yeah, and I said,
you got stuck in the mud earlier with front wheel drive.
Yeah, we'll get onto that in a bit. And I just made a joke saying it's been painted and that. And about 4 weeks later, he said, "Oh, you noticed this thing on the door?"
Oh.
And I think I must have said, "Oh, is that the same side I'd painted when I crashed?" Just joking around. I think to this day he doesn't believe that. You know, he thinks I crashed his car.
What was
I said to him, "Mate, I did not." And to turn around a car that quick because I had to give it back to him the next day. To turn around a paint job overnight.
I reckon you rattle can sprayed it.
I did, to be fair.
Yeah.
I had to go Halfords and
what
get
was it on the door? Was it just like?
I still haven't seen it.
Oh, you don't even know.
Yeah,
what
he did.
It
I
is?
think he pointed it out to me on one of the evening meets, and I was sort of looking at it going,
What the fuck?
"What are you looking at?" Like,
yeah.
I don't know if he's been drinking something or what. Maybe he's had too many holidays.
Maybe.
Like, that sun's getting to
The
him.
holidays, yeah.
Yeah, maybe the sun's
He's
getting
not
to
used
him.
to the rain like we
yeah,
are.
yeah. I think it's the raindrops on the
Yeah.
car. He's not used to seeing rain.
No.
It's been so hot and sunny where he is. But I said, "I'm not being funny, man. If I crash your car, I'll definitely not tell you."
Just send you a picture of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If I
sorry,
crash your
mate.
car, I'll definitely make sure someone decent done the paint job.
Yeah. I won't be letting you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't be letting you
I
know.
say, sorry, Felix. I need to keep it for a couple of days. Just emergency reason.
Yeah. Do you know what the most gutting thing about that was? 'Cause I didn't really know how it works. I didn't actually get to take the traction off. I thought when you put it, yeah. I thought when you put it into sport, it takes the traction off completely, but it only does it to a certain percentage.
Yeah, it does. So that with a lot of BMWs, you can press the traction button once, and it kind of partially turns it off. And then you hold it for it
and
to
then that's when
turn
it's
off.
fully off. So it's a good job I didn't figure that out, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so.
I took that to a car show. Going back to the car, so on the Saturday, I went to Powden Car Show, which is quite a good local car show. Mate, it was hammering it down, and I took his car there, and I was on my own. And was in this big field, a bit like today, and I thought, do you know what? I don't want to be stuck in this car park in a rear-wheel drive car in a car that's not mine that I've got to clean up.
Yeah,
and it'd be a disaster. I don't know where I was going with that story then.
No,
I just lost my train.
Well, talking about car parks and being a disaster, let's talk about earlier today.
At Castle Combe.
Yeah, so we're at Cars Cuppas, and Talasi was trying to park up.
Well, we literally just got there.
We just got in, and the guy was pointing us to go park over here. So you drove across to that bit. You drove on the grass, and then the guy was like, "Stop, stop, stop, stop!"
Well, he stopped us, which was stupid because as soon as you
in a
stop,
pothole in mud, and it's
Yeah.
a bit stupid, isn't it?
yeah, he stopped me, and like he stopped me where he shouldn't. He should have let me just keep going.
Yeah, and then
I'll let you explain it.
yeah, and then basically the guy was like, "Oh, he come over and wanted Talasi to park somewhere else." So you kept trying to drive, and it was just spinning the front wheels. And the guy was like, "Oh," and then he tried to push it, didn't do it.
You try to push a van that's got a water tank in it, full of diesel. It's just you two. I thought, boys, you're gonna need a lot more than you two here.
So then we had like 4 or 5 of the marshals come over. We pushed it, and the guy kept shouting to Talasi, "Stop revving the car, just use the clutch."
Yeah.
Talasi was like, "I don't know what to do. I've never been stuck in the mud
I've
before."
not been stuck in a field before. I don't know what I'm doing. And I didn't want to burn the clutch out because I thought, I'm not being stuck in Castle Combe, burning a clutch out, and when they were literally stuffed. That's what I didn't want to do. I was worried about that.
I mean, you were spinning the wheels a lot. You could have gone a little bit slower, I think.
Yeah, maybe I could have.
Instead of just trying to like spin it out.
But one of the marshals come over and he was like, "Oh, you're gonna have to go get." I said, "If I'm not getting out," I said, "one of you gonna have to find someone to get me out."
Yeah.
Because I thought, I'm not being stuck here. And he said, "Oh, you have to go get security then." And I think I felt really bad. Yeah, I did feel quite bad after because I went and apologised. I said, "Mate, not being funny. I'm the one stuck. You go get security. I'm not being stuck here, and then I've got to leave my van, and then I've got to go and get security. You're the bloody marshal. Do you know what I mean?"
Exactly. You're probably getting paid to be here.
Yeah, and I think I just lost my rag a little bit, didn't I? Maybe.
Yeah, but then you went and apologised after.
I think you got back in the van. And I thought,
You cleared it up.
I think I overstepped the mark there a little bit. But he did have a bit of an attitude. But I suppose I had a bit of an attitude as well. So you give what you get. Yeah. But I just went back over and said, sorry about that. It's a bit of heat at the moment thing.
Yeah, but it was a good day up at Cars Cuppas. I mean, first thing we did was had a cup of tea. Obviously.
Yeah, what did you think about it? So that was your first...
It was my first time going up there. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was quite cool, actually. The fact you can just walk down... You got cars, everyone parked up, ready to go on the track.
All the local club stands and
All the local club stands are there as well. And then the rest of it is just you just walk around the track.
It's quite a good vibe. It
works quite nicely.
And that cost £20 each a ticket, which
we
were there all day.
Yeah, well, we
it's
got
not
there
too bad.
At 9:30. We left at 3:30. So.
And the good thing is, it didn't rain up until we were thinking about leaving anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been up to Castle Cuppas a couple of times. So I went up last year for Halloween. Actually, I went up on myself for that because no one else wanted to do it. So fortunately, I just got up on my own. And then went up in spring, and it was absolutely hammering down all day, and we just got soaked all day.
Yeah, thankfully.
And it got to that
dry.
point where we were just that wet. We were like, might as well just stand out in the rain. But luckily this time it was dry. So yeah, what's your favourite thing about it?
I quite liked watching down by Quarry Corner. I think just the fact that everyone was just sending it into there.
Yeah.
And then you had quite a few people going onto the grass and sliding around. Some guy did a 360 entry, which was pretty cool.
That drift car, that's cool.
Yeah, that drift car, that was awesome. But as well, I quite liked just walking through the local club bit because everyone was just chatting.
Yeah, it's like you come across a couple of people just having conversations.
Yeah, exactly.
You
I was
didn't
just
know they
taking
were.
photos of someone's car and they come over and start to have a conversation with me. Like everyone there was really friendly. I mean, you got the few geezers there who are kind of a bit dodgy.
Yeah,
it's true. You get wacky. But
yeah, there's always when you go to car shows, there's always like
a variety of
different people, isn't there?
Yeah.
And there's definitely some interesting characters there. We've seen Adam C.
We saw Adam C.
I wanted to have a conversation with him, to be fair, but we didn't end up seeing him again. No. We were sort of watching the track stuff, and I think I said to you, I need to have a conversation with him because I had already messaged him a few days ago about coming to Cars and Cuppas.
So hopefully.
Yeah, he was busy. Someone caught him. I think we were sat there and someone got in a conversation, so we left him to it.
Well, you might see an Adam C video, Halloween Castle.
Might see Adam C on the podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
At some point soon.
Well,
we'll be in the back of his video somewhere getting soaked or something.
Yeah,
like
you'll see us in the background.
Probably, but no, I think Castle Cuppas is quite a good crack, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite a good vibe, and the fact that anyone pretty much can take their car out on there as well.
Which I don't think is always a good idea.
It's not always a good idea, but then again, you sign a waiver, it's your responsibility.
Well, exactly.
If you crash.
I found out it was £35 for a track session.
For 15 minutes. It's not too bad. What did you get? 4 laps? 5 laps?
I reckon more. So I think Jordan said it's about a minute and a half his quickest lap was.
Yeah.
So say 6-7 laps, maybe 15 minutes.
One of them's a cool down lap, and then one of them's a start lap, isn't it?
So
it's quite good. It's not bad for what it is. I mean,
so I got to go out on the track in the end. So
yeah, tell us how that was.
Yeah, I went out with Jordan. So shout out Jordan Board for that. I don't know how I really ended up going out in it. I think I just seen him there.
You just had a chat with him, and you're like, "Oh, I want to go out in that."
Yeah, I think he said he's got a couple of track there. I think I took one of his missus' laps, so I'm sorry to her for taking one of her laps. I don't think she minded too much. No. You wasn't around for the last bit, was you, when I got into the car and stuff? No, I didn't have a helmet.
No.
So I was making a joke that I was going to be sick. So his missus, I don't think, wanted to give me a helmet.
Oh, God.
So I had some other guys. So shout out to Sam. There's a lad called Sam, though, who gave me his in the end. Brand new helmet. So thanks.
Could you imagine being sick in a car going around a track?
Yeah, I said that. I
said
horrible. He gave me a large. I said, at least the sick will go down. But I was only joking to wind him up. But it was a good crack. So, yeah, Jordan's a good driver, mate. He's only been doing track stuff since April, I think he said.
Yeah.
And he's got a Seat Leon Cupra, or is it just a Cupra?
I'm not sure exactly what it is. But
it's a Leon body, isn't it?
It's a Leon Cupra, definitely. Yeah. Did you say he's got stage 1 remapped as well?
Yeah, I think he's done something like that to it, but I don't think he's done much else to it because he said before I signed myself up, put my name down on his ticket. He was like, oh, by the way, the brakes are stock, so they are a bit juddery. He says when we go around corners, you feel it vibrating, don't be scared.
Don't be scared.
And I thought, yeah, sound for that because I've got my helmet, I've got my name on the thing, I've got my green band.
Yeah.
So I can't back out of it now.
You're too late, you're stuck.
But yeah, no, he's a really good driver to be fair. He's sending it around. I mean, fair play. That car handles really well as well. I think we got to 135 on one of the main straights,
which is quite good. I think.
I say straights. It's a bit of a chicane, like when you get down to the bottom bit.
Yeah.
But no, I really enjoyed that. It was getting hot in there, man. I thought I wouldn't want to do another 15 minutes.
It must get quite roasting in there.
Yeah.
I guess that's why you don't do 15 minutes straight after each
other.
You have like an hour gap in between.
But he said like Castle Cuppas quite a forgiving track on his tyres and stuff, so which you wouldn't really expect. I
Might be
was
worth.
expecting these track days just to go through tyres. I think he said he's running Michelin Pilot Sport 4s, which means nothing to me. I just know it's a good tyre.
Good tyres.
Yeah, good tyres. And I think he basically said now he's spent the money on the tyres, they should last. Like investing a little bit more into the tyres will mean longer durability on
the difference
tracks.
between like budget kind of cheap tyres and expensive tyres is about like 2 times the difference in how many miles you get out of them.
Really?
So you get a lot more, and also the grip as well.
Yeah.
Especially like Pilot 4s, you'll get good grip out of those.
Yeah.
Whereas if you buy your cheap 30-40 quid budgets, don't expect to be holding.
Yeah, I think the track was a little bit greasy at stocks. It was just started to drizzle, and it was cold tyres.
Yeah.
And I think on the first proper lap, it was a little bit. Back end was going a little bit.
Once the tyres have warmed up.
Yeah, it was fine.
Gets a bit smoother.
I don't know how we got on for the afternoon because I went out at 2:30. We got off the track and it absolutely hammered it down, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, a lot of the drifters, they were liking it.
Yeah, they were loving it. Yeah, they were loving it.
Smooth gliding the whole way.
Yeah, because it wasn't too wet where they couldn't get anything done. It was perfect for him.
Yeah, it was kind of like light.
But he was going back out at 3:30 on the track, so I don't know what.
I
don't know what happened to him. Hopefully he's still around.
You would have had to take it more careful.
Yeah, it would have definitely. I think they would have had less people on the track because
because
it gets to some people, it gets quite bunched up.
Yeah,
we'll try and put up some footage on the screen. She took some.
Yeah, there'll be loads
for
of videos on the screen.
Video listeners can see that.
Yeah,
the audio listeners probably just have to check out our socials.
Yeah, just go check out.
See some of
that. On there.
But yeah, no, I liked Cars.
I think overall it's a good day. It's a good day out as well. Especially.
Got any other shows planned over the next couple of months?
Winter
now, isn't it?
Nothing over winter. Yeah, it gets fairly quiet. Got a few plans for next year, which hopefully.
What's the plans next year?
I want to do some more drift days.
Yeah, I want to be involved in these drift days as well. To be fair.
Yeah, I want to go up to Zoyland. I know it's quite hard to get into sometimes. Got to get on the reserves list.
Now we know people.
Exactly. So hopefully I can get into Zoyland, do some drifting up there. We're doing Smith up, Dragon Drift. That's good fun as always. And then just see if there's any more going on. Might try Perranporth. Apparently it's quite a good track down there. I've not
been down there at all.
Neither have I. It's about a 2-hour, 15-minute drive, so it's quite far.
It's a bit of a mission, isn't it?
Bit of a mission. But if you've got someone to tow you back or something, if anything
Shame we've we've got Autofest local, haven't we? Shame they don't do anything like, not beginner, but like some sort of beginner, like drift stuff.
Well, Dragon Drift is the best place for beginners.
Yeah, because they are quite often, aren't they? Like
yeah,
every 3 months?
They're every month during, I think, between like April and October, September, something like that. So they've got like 5, 6 going on in the year. But they've got a skid pad up there, just literally an open pad. You can
nice.
You can thrash around. You can do whatever you want. You can do donuts, figure of 8.
Yeah,
They've got a little roundabout you can practice on.
I didn't know they do all that.
Yeah, so right at the top, you can you go in by yourself, and it's just a massive open pad. So you can just enjoy and get some practice in. And
is that normally quite full when it's there?
Not really. You get 2.
Because people rather just do the circuit.
Yeah, you get about 2 minutes out on there at a time in the top skid pads, and sometimes you might have a queue, maybe 5 cars, 4 cars, but you don't wait very long.
It's not bad, is it? To be fair,
you get out there fairly quickly. So
any other future plans of the car, like build wise?
Future plans of the car.
Just get it running, I suppose.
Get it running, and then a couple like drift mods. Need to add some camber arms, and then a few other little bits, but I'm not too sure yet, really.
A few niggly bits.
Just want to get it driving, back on the road.
Yeah,
that's the main part.
I think we all want that for you.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully, but what we'll do, we'll go back to another question.
Go on.
Which we talked about earlier. So you could have a free car garage. What would it be?
Free car garage.
Yeah.
Oh, that brings us on to another question after, because we've had one more question, haven't we?
We have.
We mentioned about. So, dream free car garage.
Yeah.
Any car.
Or let's do 5-car garage.
Oh, this is even harder.
We'll take turns each.
All right. So we start off with classic.
Yeah,
I'll start off with classic. Yeah. So I'll go classic. Ooh. Right. I'll go Porsche 964.
Porsche 964.
Yeah, it's like, I can't really describe it much. It's just an old classic Porsche. It's just
quite like the Porsche 944. Which
See, this is the thing with Porsche. It's got so many
numbers.
different numbers. I know the look of a 964.
Yeah.
And Sam at Sam's Detail has got one. It's just a nice car.
Absolutely lovely.
It's one of them. If you had the money, you'd proper kit out. Like, have everything properly stitched, and it'd just be a mint show car.
Do it all.
Yeah, might be a Porsche 964. What are you saying, Porsche 944?
Well, I just like the Porsche 944. It's quite nice. They're quite cheap as well. You can pick them up for about £6,000.
I'll have to have a look at this.
Yeah, they're quite cheap. They've got pop-up headlights as well at the front.
Oh, nice.
They're quite tidy. Are we doing? Shall I pick a classic car, or shall we do a different type of car?
Anything you want.
Anything I want. Let's do a classic car. Right. I think if I had to choose one, it'd be a BMW E30.
Oh yeah,
I really
an old
like
classic
E30s.
BMW.
Yeah, I like them. Or an E36. And
Yeah, I like an E36.
swap the engine out, put
Yeah.
something else in.
What would you put in there?
Oh, I don't know. You've got too many options. Put a V8 in it. That'd sound mental.
Yeah, that's what Reese has got he had a drift car.
Yeah, he had the
You
V8
then he had an
swapped.
E36, he had an E30 with
E30.
V8 swap.
Yeah.
Sounded nuts.
Yeah, that was lovely. It was
Absolutely
awesome.
nuts.
So something like that, I
I
think.
don't know what litre that was. Is it 4 litre V8 or something like that? Sure, it's not 4 litre.
Yeah, it probably is.
What do you
Yeah.
reckon?
It
Yeah.
probably would be something like that.
So would that be like an E92 engine or something like that? Would it?
Possibly, yeah. You could put the.
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, there's so many options, so many different engines you could put in.
I do like the old E30s and the E36s and stuff like that.
They are nice. Do you like the old Beamers?
Yeah.
That's it.
Maybe we need to get one.
Maybe. So next one, JDM car.
See, now I'm not massively clued up on my JDM stuff, I'm not gonna lie. But now obviously doing more Cars and Cuppas events, attracting more like JDM customers.
You're learning as you go along.
I'm learning as I go along for sure. And there's some cars there that I think this is a nice car. So this might not be a JDM car, but I presume it is. Is JDM a certain year or is it just any Jap car?
Jap
what does JDM
car.
stand for? Do we know?
Japanese domestic market. So something that's from Japan.
Right, so that's news to me. So Japanese domestic market. See, that's how out of touch I am. That's the thing. I run a Cars and Cuppas event. I like my cars, but I actually know nothing about cars. Hence the reason why I want to start this podcast.
I mean, I'm fairly similar. I know the basic about cars. But
yeah, I can tell you what a car is basically, but
you can
when
tell
you
the
start,
brand, you'll look at the logo or look at the back at the back.
yeah, I'll look at the back. And go, oh, that's a yeah,
that's a Ferrari.
Yeah.
It's red.
Yeah, right. It's funny actually. Going back to that, my dad I sent a photo of my mate's Ferrari.
Yeah.
And he thought it was a Peugeot because he looked at the badge and because it looks like the Peugeot badge. Oh, there's that Peugeot. No, it's a Ferrari, mate.
It's quite the two sketch.
Yeah, jeez. I thought I didn't know my cars. But going back to JDM, it'd have to be an R34 GTR.
They are nice.
This way you tell me it's not a Jap car, but yeah, it's a Jap car.
I mean, I'd call it JDM. I'd say, yeah, I'd agree. They are very nice.
The cash, though, a lot of money.
They are. They're only going up in value because there's just not many of them.
Well, maybe. I reckon I need to sell another 50 Cars and Cuppas tickets. Might be able to get one.
50? 50,000 maybe.
Yeah, 50,000.
I mean, the GTR as well is expensive. If you want to go more affordable, maybe a GTT.
Yeah.
Which
Do you reckon the R34 is a bit too new for a dream JDM car? Or are you looking at something like that?
Depends. What would you go for, though? You got 2-door or 4-door? Because
Two-door,
Kurt, he's got a 4-door, which is lovely.
Yeah, it's nice. I'd go 2-door just for investment reasons. Well, I suppose they're going to be a good investment anyway.
Yeah.
I'd go 2-door.
They're only going up in value.
It's finding one, though, isn't it? I suppose.
Yeah, that's the issue. It's like with Supras as well.
Supras.
They're so expensive now. They're only going up
Them
in
Mark
value.
IV Supras, out of a car.
Yeah.
Really nice car.
They look awesome for their age as well.
Yeah. There's a lad called Mark that comes up to Cars and Cuppas sometimes, and he's got a Mark IV Supra, and the thing is so clean.
Well,
Have you seen it?
Yes, I have.
It's sort of grey one. Oh.
Yeah. No, I do like that one. And is it Rob's Mark IV Supra as well?
Yeah, Rob.
That one's nice.
Yeah.
Do like that as well. I think if I had to choose a JDM car, it would be a Nissan Silvia, probably an S14.
Nice. That's a nice car, to be fair.
They are lovely. If they're a really good drift car as well, I think it'd be something I'd upgrade the Mazda from at some point.
Brave, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jeez.
But they are rust box. They're not really worth what they're. I mean, they're going for like what?
Yeah, we were saying this earlier,
12,
weren't we? It's like the old
15 grand.
BMWs and stuff. It's just mental money.
Yeah, and they're only gonna have rust, and you have to put more money into them. But
that's why people drift them, though. That's why people drift the E30s and E36 and stuff. Because some of them are just rotters and they don't mind smashing them up.
Yeah, if they don't want to do the work and make it a show car, they just weld the diff, put some coilovers on it,
off they go,
smash it around a track.
Which is fair enough.
But yeah, it's great fun.
So you'll go S14.
I think I would. Yeah.
So we've got classics, 2 Porsches, and
JDM, 2 Nissans.
2 Nissans.
There you go.
So we've got classic JDM.
Should we now go for a normal car, a daily car? What would your daily car be?
It'd be the SVR. If I could afford to run it.
Okay.
If I could afford to run it, it'd be an SVR.
Yeah.
You need a big bank account because that's like 10 miles to the gallon.
I was going to say, you're going to be filling up twice a day.
Yeah. Especially the way I drive.
Yeah, especially the way you drive. That's why I crashed the
M2. Yeah. Sorry, Felix.
Yeah, at least the SVR's all-wheel drive, so you'll be alright.
Yeah, I'll still crash it.
Yeah, somehow. Too much power for you.
Yeah, far too much. It's about 574 more brake horsepower for me than what it should be.
Yeah, you don't need a car of more than 100.
Yeah,
you should
more
have
than
one.
Yeah.
I think I'd have to go. There's 2 options I'd go for.
Go on.
So, an M3.
What?
Really nice.
What age?
an M3 F80. Just a
Yeah,
really
nice.
car.
Yeah, nice car.
I mean, I do like the G80. The new
What colour would
ones.
you go for on the F80 M3?
I'm not sure.
I quite like the blue. The not
The
is it Yasmarina. Like,
Yasmarina blue. Thing.
yeah,
Yeah, that
there's
is
two, isn't there? There's two blues. Yasmarina and something else. Maybe I'm wrong.
possibly.
Obviously, I don't know my cars. I'm just making it up now. I'm just pretending like I know.
Yeah, no, that's the easy.
You should
bit.
know. You used to work at BMW.
I should know. We don't sell the F80s anymore. It's all G80s.
Yeah, true.
That's what everyone's buying. But it would be an F80 M3 just because they're quite practical. You got the space for it. I mean, the miles per gallon's not actually that bad. If you're being careful, you can get mid to high 20s probably.
Yeah, it's decent to be fair for that car. Isn't
Which,
it?
yeah, if you're being, well, you're not gonna be careful in that car though, are you?
No.
You're gonna be
Well,
having a bit of fun.
yeah. Well, I don't know. You might.
Well, yeah, exactly.
I'm a very sensible driver, actually, Reece.
Yeah, exactly. Or would go for an Audi RS6.
Nice.
They're just. I don't know what I like about them. I think
Just
it's
an
a touring,
all-day
it's a
car.
big car.
Yeah.
You can fit everything in it, and they just look stealthy.
You can fit anything in that
It'd be
car,
blacked
couldn't you?
out. It'd have to be like blacked
I'll
out.
tell you whose RS6 I really like is the RCS tuning boys.
See,
Rich. It's got that
really?
purple one. Is it like Merlin purple or something like that?
Yeah.
His car's nice.
See, I quite like someone who comes down locally to our colony. RS6 Kel, is it?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
come down as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah, they got a slightly newer one than Rich at RCS, I think.
Yeah.
But that's all black, isn't it? That's nice.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I like the all black. It's just so stealthy.
Yeah, so that's Kelly and I can't remember her partner's name, but they both come down to Cars and Cuppas, didn't they?
Yeah, they've been down a few times.
Yeah, nice car that.
Yeah.
There's a funny video of them driving around on TikTok that got made viral. I
Oh,
don't know if
is
you've
there?
seen
What's
it.
it about? What's
I don't
he
know if I
doing?
should promote it or not.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Let's just leave it there.
Yeah,
Don't
there's a
put-
funny video of them driving. Maybe just search for RS6K and just see
what time.
just find the video.
Yeah.
It'd be the most viewed video.
Blame Talasi for that one.
Yeah.
Well,
Nothing to do with me, that one.
no. Well, no, definitely to do with you. What's the next genre of car?
So we've
Track
got,
car, supercar,
let's go supercar.
supercar.
But that'd be we're on 4 now. aren't we?
Supercar or hypercar? Or can be kind of like
Supercar with both.
both, yeah.
See, I'm a Lambo fanboy. So, like, I've always wanted a Lambo ever since I was a kid. So it'd be a Lamborghini of some sort, whether that be an Aventador, an Aventador SVJ, a
Just
Lamborghini
a
Huracan.
Lamborghini.
Yeah, any Lamborghini I'd be more than happy with.
Yeah, I wouldn't say no.
Yeah, I would not say no.
No, yeah, I think I would agree. It'd have to be a Lamborghini, unless we're going to hypercars, kind of that sort of territory.
Can we just... Are you a Lamborghini or a Ferrari fan? Because I feel like people either one or the other.
You're one or the other. I mean, I do like both, but I would say Lamborghini. If
I'm a
someone
Lamborghini.
said to me, they're worth the same amount of money, you could have this one or that one, I'd probably choose Lamborghini.
Yeah, see, I'm normally surrounded by...
I feel like I
Ferrari
see
lovers?
more Ferraris.
Yeah, and I'm surrounded by Ferrari. I think because some of the people that I've come into contact with through detailing are like the posher sort, so they're into their Ferraris. Like Felix, I bumped into him through the detailing. He's doing some videos. He's quite posh, isn't he? So he's Ferrari.
Yeah.
Whereas us local commoners, we're more like
Us
Lamborghini.
local commoners.
Yeah,
Yeah, get a Lamborghini.
yeah, get a Lamborghini, mate. Twin turbo it.
Yeah, exactly. Talk about Corey's twin turbo Lamborghini.
Yeah.
That thing is mental. That
We
came down
keep
to
going
Cars
for
and
these
Cuppas.
tangents, but these tangents are cool. That's what I like.
Well, yeah, exactly.
But that twin turbo Lamborghini,
we definitely.
that's exactly what I would do. If I had the money for a Lamborghini, you'd see that twin turbo right up.
Yeah, we definitely need to do a video.
And be
on that
sending
at some
around
point.
Mackey's car park with
See?
no bumper.
You have a Lamborghini, he still goes to Mackey's.
Yeah,
Shows a real commoner.
exactly. But you wouldn't do that in a Ferrari, would you? These Ferrari boys
No,
wouldn't
you
do
wouldn't
that.
take a Ferrari, would you?
No, you wouldn't.
You'd take a Lambo.
If I had a Ferrari, I'd definitely take it to McDonald's though. I'd do all the things because Ferrari are so. I don't know whether I'll probably get sued for saying this. Ferrari are so particular
They
with
don't
what
let
you
you
do
do
and what you say.
Yeah.
So if they seen you driving around McDonald's, they'd probably ring you up. They probably know if you're at McDonald's.
They got a tracker.
So
on
what are
the
you doing
car.
at McDonald's? You can't be seen down there.
Can't be seen down there.
Well, if you lost money this week.
you can't afford your rent.
Yeah.
Do you know Whistling Diesel? Have you seen his
Oh.
Ferrari where he's sending it through that cornfield and it's set on fire?
Oh, brilliant video.
It's
I think it's
mental.
amazing. I love seeing his
I'm
stuff.
just so glad people like that just enjoy the cars and do things like that.
Yeah.
Rather than
You know
just,
for a fact, if we got given a Ferrari, they said, look,
we ain't going
do
for
free
a
reigns.
cornfield.
Yeah, well, that thing would be going for all sorts.
No,
If they said to me, just have free reign in this car, we don't want it back in one piece.
take it for a Ford. You'd be
It'd
taking
be all
it
sorts.
for a field.
Yeah, it'd be
anywhere.
all sorts.
Yeah.
What would you do if you got free reign of a car?
What would I do if I could do anything and
It'd be filled 100% on top of the list.
I'd just
I'd jump it.
I'd send it around just an empty pad. like even like a drift track or something.
Yeah.
Just send it around. I think it'd be great fun.
That would be awesome, wouldn't it?
Well, I've never experienced a supercar. Never been in one.
You've never been. We need to get you in a supercar.
We need to get me in a supercar.
You've never been in a
I
supercar.
haven't.
We need to get you in that Audi R8.
Yeah, definitely. Well, anyway, you still got one more car to choose, don't we?
I don't think you picked yet. You picked your supercar.
Well, I said I'd choose a Lamborghini as well.
Oh, you would.
I
But you
would.
wouldn't.
But if
Any car.
I think
Any
a
Lambo,
Aventador probably because of that picture from me. So when I was younger. Unless we're talking kind of probably not attainable, but a Bugatti. I mean,
Everything's attainable, mate.
it's attainable,
Gotta be.
but it's
We've got to work a little bit harder, mine. But
work a little bit harder. You have to work very hard.
yeah.
But yeah, I think the Bugatti obviously definitely at the top.
Yeah.
Nothing.
The V one as a kid was like that was a Bugatti at the time for me.
That was
Whereas
it.
probably for you it was a Chiron.
No, Veyron as well.
Was it
Well,
still?
Yeah, when I was younger. The Chiron's fairly new. But
Yeah.
now they have like the Chiron Super Sport, and they have the new one they just brought out as well.
Yeah, I can't keep up sometimes. I
No,
should know that really.
There's too many. Let me have a little look quickly.
Yeah, you have a
what's the
look.
new one called?
But going back to Bugattis, the first time I seen one in real life, I should say, was I went up to Modball Valley back in like, I don't know, it must have been like
See,
2014.
I've never seen one.
And it was Carl Hartley. Do you know Carl? You must know who Carl Hartley is.
I don't know.
Oh, come on. I'm going to have to kick you off. If this podcast gets clipped and you don't know who Carl Hartley is, it's going to be fuming. But he's a supercar dealer. His dad owns Tom Hartley cars.
Oh, I think I've heard of that. Yeah.
So he was doing the Modball run. He's got video somewhere of him flying off the start line in his Bugatti Veyron, which is absolutely amazing.
Really? The Bugatti Divo.
Let's have a quick look at this.
And the Bugatti, the Bolide and Mistral. What the hell? We've got
You
too many
pronouncing
now.
that right?
Yeah, Bugatti.
Sounds like my family names.
Bugatti Bolide.
And what's the price of one of them?
Oh, wouldn't want to know. It's one of those. Quite incredible. It's proper hypercar.
It must be limited run.
Oh, they'd probably only got one of 99 or
I
something.
think the story is of the Veyron on that when Bugatti first started, because Volkswagen took it on.
Yeah.
The amount of money they lost building that car was insane.
Yeah.
I think it was billions.
It was so much because
But
they invested so much in making it. Wasn't it? Didn't they want to break the 200 mph barrier?
Yeah.
It was something like that.
I think again, like going back to that, I think they didn't mind losing the money because it was something to do with tax, which it always comes back down to.
And I mean, if you're building a brand like Bugatti, I'm sure you've got the money behind
Yeah,
you to invest into
I
it.
suppose what would Volkswagen rather spend money on tax or on a depreciating car? Do you know what I mean? That's costing them a fortune. Rather just build it on the car.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
gonna go somewhere.
Avoid the tax man. Anyway, we've still got one more.
What
So
should the last one
we
be
need a fifth
for?
genre. Okay, what about if you could build a track car.
So I've had a question actually, which we can use this for.
Yeah.
So, and it's from Tom at Greendale. If you could build a car, any car, using different parts of different manufacturers, what would you build and why?
What would I build and why? So first thing I'll start off with is the handling. It would have the handling of an MX-5.
So you're really looking to. I'm not that clued up with stuff. So
Well, we're taking it on a track, aren't we? So we're going to want some good handling.
So is there going to be a track car? No, I mean like it'll be for any use.
I mean, yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to go this way. So
Yeah, you
MX-5
go
is going
this
to be
way.
the handling, because if you've driven one of those before, they're mental. They just stick around corners.
Yeah.
I think, as far as an engine goes, I think we'd have to go for like a C63 or something like that. They're just brutal.
Yeah.
And I think they sound amazing. I
Yeah.
absolutely love the 6.3 litre
Everyone
V8.
raves about the V8s.
Yeah. Except from the fact you see
Bring back
everyone,
the V8.
everyone who drives them ends up just crashing them. But
Yeah, I'd definitely crash one of them.
yeah, I've crashed the M2. I don't think going to
Yeah.
C63.
Lucky that wasn't a write off the M2. So.
Oh no, just a paint. So what have we got? MX-5 handling, and then we've got. I'm trying to think of what else.
What about body shape? What body
shape.
would you go for?
We'd have to go for a 2-door coupe. So like an M2 shape. I really like 2 Series. The MX-5 is all 2-door. GT3 is a 2-door.
Yeah.
Quite like the 2 doors, small cars. So maybe an M2. I think we go for the shape of an M2.
Yeah.
With a C63 V8 inside of it.
Yeah.
With
So
with the handling of an MX-5.
I would like that, to be fair.
It's interesting, isn't it?
I see you're more involved in the sort of car aspect of it than what
If
I
I
am.
said this to you, you're gonna go.
Range Rover Sport SVR, a Range Rover interior, Range Rover exterior.
Yeah.
Now I'd go Porsche GT3 shape.
Yeah.
Just because it's a stunning car.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
But then I feel like you can't really tamper with that. It can't be putting.
I mean, you've already got incredible handling, an awesome
Yeah,
engine, and it's
exactly.
I mean,
But
they rev to like 9, 10K or whatever it is, which
yeah,
sounds
992 has got
mental.
everything in it that you could possibly want. But let me build just a random car then, because I don't
Build a
really
random
know.
car. You got 3 different car brands.
So I'd go
Range Rover.
something stupid. No, so go Porsche shape.
Yeah.
I'd put a Lamborghini engine in it. It's a V12 engine.
A
in
V12,
Porsche.
yeah.
That'd be cool.
I like how it's going.
What was the next one?
With the comfort of a Range Rover.
With the comfort,
There
put SVR seats
Yeah.
in the Lambo.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing. Put the white and black
A
Range Rover
V12
seat.
Porsche with Range Rover seats.
That'd be a dream.
That would be quite cool.
I'm just trying to picture like the look of it now.
I think we're getting on something there. So let's make this into a clip. This is going to be a YouTube short.
Go on.
Comment down below.
Yeah.
3 cars, you're going to make your own car. What would it be? What 3 cars would you put together?
I like that. That's such a good little. I love that question.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see what you guys have got.
And this question come from Tom, who's
Tom at Greendale, who's not really
not
into
really
his
into
cars
cars
as much.
I reckon if I put a Ferrari and a Lamborghini next to each other, I don't think
They're cool.
from far away you'd probably know the difference. So fair play to that question. I don't know how he come up with that question.
It's a solid question.
That was awesome. So I think we should probably look at wrapping it up.
Yeah.
Have we got any last little things? Maybe we should.
So we'll talk about the next meets.
Yeah. So we've got. Obviously, this meet would have been and gone by the time this video goes up.
Yeah.
I still don't quite know when these podcast episodes are going to go up, but maybe on a Sunday.
Hopefully next Sunday.
Yeah. So we would have had 2 Cars and Cuppas meets by then.
Yeah.
So we would have had the Cars and Cuppas breakfast meet, which is tomorrow. Want to do more of them style meets. So basically, just a close community of select amount of people, say up to 20 people. We get together on a Sunday morning, have breakfast, and it'll get to a point where we'll meet up at different locations, go on drive outs and all that sort of stuff. So tomorrow, obviously, we've got that at the King's Arms. And then we've got our Saturday. We said we're not going to do any more evening meets for the year. Firework nights come up. I've managed to squeeze in another evening meet. So Saturday the 4th, we've got our firework night special. We're not doing fireworks, but we're just doing an evening meet for that. But for those, hopefully we would have had some people listen to this that would have been to the meets. Hopefully you all had a really good time. We've got Sunday the 19th of November coming up. So if you're in the Exeter area, make sure you pop down to that.
Yeah, come down.
All cars are welcome. So it's 9 o'clock till 1. It's at Greendale Farm Shop. We've had to hold a couple of events at Race World.
Yeah.
But we're back to Greendale on the 19th. And then we've got our Christmas special on December the 17th. So that'd be quite good. That's going to be all day at Race World Indoor Karting. So we're going to do that 9 till 3.
I think as well, what we should do for the Christmas special is we should do a winner for the best outfit.
Yeah, everyone's got to wear Christmas jumpers, haven't they?
You got to wear a Christmas jumper.
And if you can dress up as Santa or something like that, even
be
better.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely
we'll
great.
have Brett turning up in his McLaren in a Santa
He
costume.
definitely will.
That would be awesome.
If someone can paint their car red and put white stripes in it to look like Santa's sleigh,
or
and have some reindeers.
Yeah, that would be great.
See, my imagination's just going off now. This is my problem.
The reindeers.
Yeah, I'll be pulling an American truck along with reindeers. It's quite a good idea.
That is a good idea. You could tow a ar, put some reindeers on the tow rope.
Where can we get some reindeers from? Greendale must have some reindeers. They've got deer.
You can't
so maybe we can.
You can't kill a deer and whack it on.
We can borrow a deer and dress it up as a reindeer.
Borrow a deer.
Yeah, I don't know whether the old animal welfare officer would probably like that.
Be a bit careful.
Strapped to an American truck. Probably
not. That's going to be very interesting.
We'd definitely be put on social media and the local Facebook groups.
Yeah, you're gonna be on the local Facebook group for deer getting abused.
Yeah, we've been in the local Facebook groups enough.
So
yeah,
let's just leave it there.
Maybe I'll stop my imagination there.
We'll leave it here and see.
Sunday the 19th of November, Sunday the 17th of December. Like you say, best outfit. Yeah, that would be cool to see. Maybe what we'll give away. Treat them to something. We'll treat them to something.
Later,
I'll see what the budget can cater for.
I mean,
after them 28% fees.
Yeah, exactly. All the fees. That's
so we'll wrap it up there then, shall we?
Wrap it up there. Let us know what you
thought
of the
thought?
podcast.
Want some feedback?
Yeah, exactly. What we can improve on. Obviously, the production will be getting a little bit better as well.
Let's hope so. When Felix is back in the country.
Well, yeah, let's hope so. When he's
and
back
we've
in
got
the country.
free mics, so there's always possibility to jump on. I think the planning for the podcast is I get the odd random person in, but I can always get you. You could be a familiar face on the podcast. Felix could be a familiar face on the podcast. Because I appreciate everyone's busy, so we all can't. You can't tie yourself down.
Be here at the same time.
Yeah, so hopefully you'll be on it a little bit more. Felix will be on it a little bit more, and I'll be getting some other local people.
We might have some guests come on as well.
Yeah, some local guests. Yeah, it might get to a point where there's me and you, or me and Felix and a guest,
Yeah.
or me, you, and Felix, because there's 3 of these. I don't know where I'm going to find the space, but we'll figure something out.
We'll have to figure something out.
But yeah, let us know down in the comments below what you've enjoyed about this podcast. Let us know any feedback. Even let us know about the audio and the visual, what you'd like us to improve. But Reece, thanks for coming on. Thanks for a good day today, mate. Appreciate it.
It's been awesome.
Thanks for rescuing me from the field at Cars Cuppas.
Yeah.
Make sure you go check Reece out. So at Reece Paints on all social medias, and check out all of the Cars and Cuppas pages. Ciao.
Ciao.